This is a special Boy Green Daily. Hello, everybody. My name is Paul Eston Jr., aka Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. This is a daily video show, also available in the audio only version if you prefer to dip your toe in those waters. We are doing live on today's program a Jets autograph jersey giveaway. All the details on my Twitter. In the middle of today's show, we will be giving away count them, two autographed Jets jerseys. Let's get this party started right here on a beautiful Friday. Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans. Field Yates, baby. Field gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show. Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor gosh darn Sycamore, baby. For me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. Good morning, everybody. My name is Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. Again, I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. We are here for Boy Green Daily, and again, we're giving away two friggin' autographed New York Jet jerseys, Elijah Vera-Tucker and Garrett Wilson. And the man responsible for that and this crazy mini sweepstakes partnership is Gunny. And is Gunny coming on? Yes, he is. Yeah, thank you very much. So jokes right from the beginning. Excellent. Gunny, good morning here on a Friday.
Hey, good morning, my boy. How you doing today, man?
I am doing excellent. It's great to have you on the show. And without further ado, why don't we just tease it right at the beginning? You have them right by you, buddy. So let's go one by one here. Booyah, there it is. AVT signed. You see it right there on the 7. Elijah Vera-Tucker signed, baby. Beautiful, beautiful. That is one of the two Jets jerseys we are giving away today. And here's the other. G-Dub, baby. There it is. Garrett Wilson down in the middle of the one sideways. There you go. Garrett Wilson, G-Dub. These two. Of course, Gunny's got some guns. I mean, look, he's like, who's that? Not Prices, right? Well, I guess on Prices Right, too. They do it there. Here are our prizes. Booyah! And he's giving a little flex on him, little Popeye's gun show. You're welcome, people. That's a gift from me to you. And also the jersey as well. So that'll be happening during the show. So on my end, people, if you want any last-second entries into the contest, we have a randomizer. It's pulled up here on an additional tab. And randomly during the show, I'm going to go beep, and we have a number and of all the people that have entered. So feel free to throw in your entries. We'll be giving away two of these. So one to each person. I guess technically it's possible, I suppose, for it to go to the same person. That seems unlikely. I'm not sure what the math is on that, but that's neither here nor there. So, guys, feel free to enter. You can get some last-second entries into that contest. Again, all the details on my Twitter account. But don't worry, you two people. I've got a special surprise for you by the end of the show for all those that are watching exclusively here on the YouTube channel. So you're welcome. More on that later. But let's start off the show with this because I heard a lot of people talking about it in the chat, Gunny. Thursday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills win 24-18. They were this close to losing. They would have fallen to 4-4. They end up winning. And I'll be honest, heading into the game, I'm like, come on, there's no way the Bills lose this game. So I kind of sold myself to the fact of that before the game started. However, two things here. If the Buccaneers were anything decent, they would have won that game. Tampa Bay had so many chances where Buffalo just kind of sat on the ball, run, punt, and then Tampa Bay did nothing with it until the end, getting it a touchdown, 2-point conversion. And there was 24-18. And they could have had the Hail Mary as, who said that? Who said that here in the chat? Let me get that one up. I think it was Jared B. Yep, there it is. Jared B. Tampa should have had that Hail Mary. Yeah, they didn't really fight for it. There also could have been a penalty if they kind of gave the fake, a bullet shot in an action movie. You could have dived in front. Yeah, there could have been something there, man.
right in front of Godwin. Like, it literally, he looked up and then he surprised himself, like, oh, it made it to me. It's like he surprised himself. It made
Yeah.
it to me. No effort. Just kind of put his hand out there.
Mhm.
Like, it's like nobody cared. Like, that whole game just seemed really odd to me, man. Like, they were coming out of, what is it, a preseason game maybe? Like, it was bad. Like, in terms
Yeah.
of the level of energy from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers side. A 4th and 1 and you don't go for it when you're an underdog. Like, again, you're seeing the traditional freaking Todd Bowles buffoonery. It was bad. I mean, but the thing that's crazy is, like you just said, they could have still beat the Bills, who by every metric was giving it their all, was trying their darndest to win that game. Something's wrong with the Bills, man. Like, I knew in the beginning of the season there was a lot of people that felt like they might have been on the downward spiral. A lot of people that felt that the window was closed. But you're seeing it, man. These last, like, 4 games. Again, the refs could have called maybe a couple of holds in the end zone when you were looking at the replay, and they didn't call it again. But whatever. Tampa didn't deserve to win that game, so it is what it is. But for the Bills, there should be some concerns in that locker room. But for us as Jets fans, I can't wait to play them again. I think the Jets are going to sweep the Bills this year. I cannot wait to play them again.
I can smell the blood in the water. I feel the same way as you got in. Here's this. Okay, they win the game last night. They figure it out. Whatever, Tampa Bay sucks. Screw Tampa Bay and screw Todd Bowles, you bastard. Could have given us a nice present under the Christmas tree or Halloween or got any holiday.
I'll take a gift.
But nonetheless, gave us nothing. But here's the thing that is tasty to me. Fine, you barely survived Tampa Bay. Take your win, Buffalo. But here is the schedule coming up for the Buffalo Bills. Up next, a road trip to play the Bengals on Sunday Night Football. Sign me up. The Bengals are looking better. Okay, they get the Broncos. How is that Monday Night Football? Good Lord, have mercy. That's ugly. So that's gross. So they have that one. That's fine. Then they have the Jets. Then they have a road trip to the Eagles. Then they have a road trip to the Kansas City Chiefs. Then they play against the Dallas Cowboys at home. And then they travel to the West Coast for the Chargers. And then I'll just wrap up the rest of the schedule, I guess, since we're there. They play the Patriots at home, who they already lost to. And then they travel to Miami. So they beat Miami the first time. But I'm just going to – so they're 5-3 right now. The Bengals, that could be a loss. The Jets, of course, that could be a loss. Yep. The Eagles, that could be a loss. The Chiefs, that could be a loss. Cowboys, that could be a loss. Chargers, that could be a loss. And it goes on. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There would be 6 more losses on their 5-3, which, again, of course, as we can all do the math, that would put them in the, what is that, 6-9 or whatever that is, or 6-9, I guess that would be. So again, it's all possible is my point. Is they play some intense teams coming up and they've not looked good. That's a perfect combination for Jet fans, which means that AFC East, in theory, is going to be up for grabs as the Jets handle their own business.
100%. And I'm actually going to take it one further.
Okay.
I don't think they make the playoffs, man. Like you just said it. You just said it. I really see the Bills not even making the playoffs this year. I still think right now the team that I'm so most concerned about is the Miami Dolphins. I think that offense is legit. It's going to be a challenge for the defense. They're getting healthy, right? Jalen Ramsey's back, so we don't know how he might impact the defensive side of the ball. So I'm kind of curious about that. But for me, man, I really think that the AFC East this season is going to go through either the Jets or the Miami Dolphins. I don't see the Bills making the playoffs this season. It's not really a hot take when you've seen the last couple of games, but I don't think they make the playoffs this year.
Yeah, Sergeant CVO commented in, Chargers are not that good. Now, that's fine, and they are. The defense is terrible, but they have Justin Herbert. The Bills have to go from East Coast to West Coast. I think that's a factor when I mention that on the schedule. So we'll see with Herbie wants to be a dentist. We'll see how he factors into all of that. But I have a little bit of the Dolphins are a fraud vibe as well. Again, when they've played the best of the best, they've lost. They've beaten up on a lot of crappy teams, and until they prove it, we'll see what happens there. So I don't know. For me, again, until proven otherwise, this Dolphins team, the offense in those games that I mentioned, in the games that matter against the real cream of the crop, as Macho Man Randy Savage would say, the offense is averaging 15 points per game offensively when they've had to play a real opponent. That to me is just, I don't know. That seems a little bit questionable as I look at the schedule here. Because, again, the Eagles, They lost. I don't know, man. I'm getting a
They
weird
scored 7
vibe.
points in that game. Just for the
Ye-
people, it was for offense. The offense only scored 7 points in that game. I know
Yeah,
it said
that's
17, but
yeah, right. That's a good way to put it. But don't worry, the Dolphins will be getting some tests coming up. They have a road trip to Kansas City, but technically that's in Germany, not Kansas
Yeah.
City. But
neutral
nonetheless,
ground.
yeah, you have the Kansas City game there. They play at Baltimore on December 31st. That's juicy. They host the Dallas Cowboys. That's a good one. And then they play the Bills in the final of the season. They obviously still have both matchups against the Jets. Those are both on the docket. But the other ones are kind of, they play the Washington Commanders, whatever. They play the Raiders, all right. They should beat the Patriots again this Sunday. They beat them the first time. They could very likely beat them again. So it's going to be some of those other challenges. Tennessee, I don't know. It depends on the week for Tennessee. So we'll kind of see. But yeah, I think it is, there's a lot of gettable there. I think there's no question about it. There is gettable there, but we'll see what happens. I think it all starts with this. I don't know if we've seen it in the chat so far, but the Jets have taken care of business. You are playing the New York Giants this week. You absolutely need to do your work, and you have to handle it. If you lose this game, oh my. It's going to be so frustrating from a lot of perspectives because the Jets are better than the Giants, number one. Number two, they're in the same town, so that's annoying. And then number three, to hear everything you just said, where the Bills might not make the playoffs, and it's crazy, but not that crazy. Like, if you look at the schedule, it's possible. And for that to all be there and the Jets blow their chance to seize the day because you never know on a year-to-year basis, that would be incredibly frustrating. So that makes this pretty important. But okay, before we got some Jets injuries to get to and things of that nature, but Gunny, why don't we do this? Right now, I'm going to hit the randomizer and we're going to make this happen. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Which jersey are we giving away first?
Okay, I will, before I even hit the randomizer, I will make that decision up to you, my friend. Where is jersey number 1 going? Which jersey is it?
Well, I mean, I think we got to save the best for last, right? Because
yeah, obviously.
So we're going to go with Elijah Vera Tucker first.
Okay, we're going with AVT first. Okay, and I'm double checking my Twitter to see on my end. Did we have any late entries on my end here? Let me do. Okay, we did not.
So, they're both extra larges.
Yeah, for me, I mean, hey, different strokes, different folks. But real quick, I wouldn't be wearing them. I'd be framing it personally. But I saw someone earlier. Can't wait to wear that for the, get it, win it. Get it for the next game, and woo! I'm like, hell no! All those crazy bastards that spill a beer on my autograph. I'm like, the hell! And then all of a sudden, we're trading fisticuffs. So now, personally, if I got my grimy, grubby little hands on this, I'm putting it up in a frame. I'm protecting this, a vault, perhaps. Yeah, I'm not wearing this, but hey, different strokes, different folks. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to hit this random number generator. I have no idea the numbers of how people have entered Gunny's contest here on his side, because again, we've had it for both sides. So 87 is how many people have entered on his side. So let's just hit this number and we will see it. So here we go. And click. 81. 81 is our, and I'll show it on the screen, so there's no foul play here, I guess, but that was my number generator. Here we are. Okay, and up on the screen, there you are. That is 81 for our number generator. So do you know who that is yet, Gunny, or do we have to do that math off air here?
Do the math real quick here.
Okay. Oh, okay. Beep, boop, bop. Zippity, zoopity, zappity. All right. Where is AVT going? Where's old Elijah Vera Tucker going here?
AVT is going to Abe the Barber?
Abe the Barber. Okay, that name sounds relatively familiar, but there you are. Abe the Barber, whether, I don't know how he entered which contest, or, well, I mean, I know which one he entered,
he
but
follows both, but he's on Twitter, he's Abe the Barber.
Okay, I will put that in my notes just in case. So, Abe the Barber for AVT jersey. Okay, we will do some of that after, folks. Okay, congratulations. We'll give away the other one earlier, but I'll do it right now since we're in the middle of the show. So, I want to do another giveaway right now on the show from my sponsor. Right beside me, I've got Jets giveaway bundles. It is a package that includes a lot of different New York Jets stuff. There's license plates, pens, there's laser tags. It's all New York Jets stuff, and it's a bundle from our friend over at Cam631 Laser. Right now, here, let me think. I'm picking a number 1 through 30, and if you guys get the number, you get it right now. I'm just giving one of them away right now. So get them going. Wherever you are in the comment section, just start dropping numbers. Again, 1 through 30. I'm giving it away right now. Just drop a number in there, and we'll see what happens. If whoever nails it first can get it, and if they don't nail it with the number, then whoever's closest, I suppose, can also get it as well. So I'm taking a peek. Okay, we're having a bunch of numbers in here. I don't see it yet. So again, throw it in here. And there it is. Whoever this is, YouTube user 25. Of course, I'm Boy Green 25. Of course, the number's 25. So whoever you are, YouTube user, make sure I think he can chat or something on YouTube. So congratulations. I'll put you just in here. But YouTube user, that's very YouTube user. All right. Let's put one in and on YouTube. All right. Well, we'll figure that one out later. But feel free, YouTube user, if you're a X user or Instagram user or user of some other kind, just message me on the side and we'll get all your shipping details so we can send that out to you immediately. So congratulations. And we'll be doing that a few more times. I've got a bunch of bundles here to give away. So congratulations, YouTube user. Make sure you reach out to me, like I said, in another form to collect your prize pack, baby. It's very nice. All right, anywho, let's, while we're putting all that aside, we'll give away the other jersey in just a little bit. Injuries. It didn't sound good at first with Sauce and DJ earlier in the week, although we will get another update here from Sala in a couple of hours. So that part was looking a little questionable. They were both still in concussion protocol. As far as we know, they are both still in it right now. We'll see if that changes. But they've been full participants in practice. The only thing that gives me the heebie-jeebies, I don't know if you saw this, Gunny, but Sauce gave a weird emoji and just tweeted out that emoji, said nothing else. People freaked out. He deleted it. It almost seemed in the same sense that he did it on Saturday, not last Saturday, it was 2 weeks ago because of the bye week. He sent out this emoji like, damn it. And we're like, what? And all of a sudden, a few hours later, they're like, Sauce is out. And they're like, geez. So I don't know if we're overreacting to this, but it sounded not ideal. It sounded not ideal to see that from Sauce yesterday. I know.
I hate when they do that, man, because like this is what we go through. Because now we're all going through the worst case scenarios, what possibly could have happened, and I'm with you, man. I think it's probably looking downward, right? I mean, this concussion protocol for them has been ongoing this is week 2 now. I don't really know what that looks like. You know what the severity of it looks like how they got to go ahead and find their way back. They were able to practice yesterday, but they were able to practice while still being in the concussion protocol based off of what Coach Salah said. So I don't know if it means he's getting off after practicing. So it's frustrating because they do that, and then now we're all thinking like, yeah, he's out. Because I think he's out. I think that meant he was out because then he deleted the tweet. So then you're like, oh, okay, he was told to.
He came out, I guess, I have it on his Twitter. He said it was a mistake. He means to say, I didn't mean to scare y'all like that. But again, you have to hit like 12, especially with Sauce, so he's verified. So I can tell you from a verified, let me take you behind the curtains. When you're verified, when you tweet stuff out, it doesn't send it out immediately anymore.
Nope.
Like almost like a buffering circle goes through so you can change it, edit it, anything. So like it's very, I'm going to be, at least for me, unless you're just tweeting it and running out the door, like you can stop. Like it's not instantaneous. You have like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. Once you tweet something, go, oh, no, I didn't mean to, undo. And then it brings it back and no one ever saw it. So I don't know if I really buy that, but hopefully it is just that. But again, that's just I don't get the cryptic emojis. It's just freaking me out. But anywho, I hope he's good to go. The good news I will say, and Giant fans are totally going to take this as disrespect, and I probably mean it as such. If Sauce doesn't play, who the hell is he covering anyway? I mean, let's be honest. Maybe Darren Waller, and he's fine, but they can never get him the ball anyway. But what, Jalen Hyatt? Isaiah Hodgins? Darius Slay? I mean, come on, people. I mean, do we even need Sauce? Do we even need DJ Reed? Probably. I mean, I'd rather have the better player than not, but I think Craig James, Bryce Hall, Tay Hayes.
They'll be just fine.
I think that will lock down the group. I'm going to be honest. Tyrod Taylor, Daniel Jones, some combination of the two, fusion ahead of time. I don't think that's going to matter, man. I do not. So I think that is a big, yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, if we were going to be without our top 2 guys, this is probably the time frame for us to be the least concerned about it, especially seeing how those guys have stepped up big over the last 2 games against the freaking Eagles of all teams. Like, I think we'll be okay. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, next week is
highlight-
Monday Night Football, so we got kind of this
Yes.
longer week heading in. That's against the
Yep.
LA Chargers, and as bad as their defense is, okay, Herbert may
Their
put you in some
offense can
compromising positions. Yeah, you got some receivers. Mike Williams, unfortunately, is out for the year, but Keenan Allen's been playing pretty well. Again, if you want him for one of the two games, you want to give him extra rest if that was necessary. Concussion's kind of weird because a rest thing doesn't necessarily guarantee you're back sooner or whatever. But again, I don't. Again, I'm not in the medical room, so I don't know exactly what they're telling these guys. But the Chargers, yeah, I'd prefer. Giants, I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine.
100%.
That's kind of the perspective there. All right. So, and the other injuries. Let's see. Joe Chipman. That one does not sound good. So it was very weird. Salah after the game. Oh Jesus. Oh God. He's going to be out for a while. You're like, oh no, that's terrible. And then he's like, hey, he's a quick healer. A couple days later, like, quick healer. Oh, good. Oh, great. Phenomenal, I guess. That's good news. And then on a couple of days ago, so it had to have been Wednesday, we're like, so Joe Tippmann, quick healer, out a while. What's the truth? He's like, both of those could be true. What? No, it can't. That doesn't make any sense. How could he be out for a while? Quick healer, and then also you said there's a chance he could play on Sunday. None of those things make any sense. What in God's green earth? So I imagine we're going to get either some sort of update today from Silent a couple hours, or Tippmann gets placed on IR on Saturday, because that seems to be the move to be moved. I hope not, but it's been very kind of crazy going all over the place. It's been very obtuse how these injury things have been going. So it sounds like to me, picking up the tea leaves, hopefully we're surprised here with good news, but Tippmann's likely going to be out, which would mean Wes Schweitzer to the starting lineup. And Dwayne Brown, by the way, the entire decision-making process was kicked an entire week, so they won't even think about that till Chargers week. So he is out for this game as well. So
good. And I think he needs to stay out against the Chargers too. I like what I've seen from freaking from Mekhi. I don't want him
100%.
moved. Mekhi somehow has made Laken Tomlinson competent again in terms of playing left
That's
guard.
true.
That does not mess up that formula. It's working. It's making sense. And if he wants to go ahead and try to play the game and put him under as a right tackle, I don't think he'll do it. But let's try that out before we even think about messing with the left side. The left side right now is the strong side. We're going to keep it as is.
Yeah, and that's my only fears, because the coaching staff just loves Dwayne Brown so much that they're going to do something that's a little crazy there. Again, I hope, because he gave a couple of comments that are a little interesting. And what I mean is that when he kept saying best five, and when you say that, and you think of best five, now you can think of this in a lot of different ways. I'm like, Dwayne Brown's only played left tackle at the NFL level, but could he kick to guard? Could he kick to the right tackles? I mean, Jason Peters last year kicked to guard, and he never played guard before in his entire career. So if he could do it, maybe Dwayne Brown could. So that's interesting, because, again, best five. Mekhi Becton in this unit is playing with a lot of chutzpah. I'd probably prefer, if we're going to move somebody, probably Dwayne Brown to right tackle, because I'm just so uncertain about Max Mitchell. I feel like Wes Schweitzer can be fine at guard, and maybe Dwayne Brown would be too. But to try to kind of lock it all together, that's just something that I kind of get heebie-jeebie about. So again, I'm 100% with you. No chance in hell. There is a literal chance, but from my perspective, if I'm making it, there's absolutely no chance in hell I'm doing that, because that could disrupt the continuity. And Mekhi's happy and he's doing well. Like, what are we talking about here? So that's the part of the equation where I kind of get a little, whatever about it, I guess. I don't know. So. All right, let's see here. What's any other injuries that I'm missing? So we had Sauce, DJ, Joe Tippmann, Dwayne Brown situation. I think that's it. Unless we get, unfortunately, which is always, a concern. That's always any additional surprises after that. But nonetheless, that is it for there. Okay, Gunny, are you ready for the final jersey giveaway here?
The grand finale.
Yeah, and show it to the fans. What are we competing for here? Guys, we already earlier gave away an Elijah Tucker autographed jersey to Abe the Barber, and we also gave a Jets package special to YouTube user. Hopefully we'll get in contact with him. And here it is, the Garrett Wilson G-Dub jersey. That's coming from my side here, so we're about to pick out our winner, and I will punch in the number and... Yeah, why don't we just go there? So we'll punch in the number here. So okay, let me generate the number rather. Okay, let me see. I think we got about did not get any last second entries, so we had a over 100 here. So, okay, here we go. Here's the number. Let me generate here. Okay, wow. All right, there's the number. It is 1616. Also throw it on the board so you guys can immediately see the random number generator. I've got no bias in here. 16. And let me go to my list. Okay, so that's 16. That was a number you guys all just saw on the screen there. Let me see here. Who do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, Jim D. Jim D. So here he is. I'll pull him up on the old Twitter sphere. Let's see. Here we go. This is that individual. We have Jim D on Twitter. He entered the contest. Okay. We have Jim D's a Jets, Mets, and Isles fan. Trust the process. Let me put his handle on here. He wins the Garrett Wilson jersey. G-Dub. Okay. At duel_75. Okay. Duel_75. I believe I got him down. All right. Beautiful. Well, there we go, Gunny. What a beautiful contest. I want to thank you and also your supplier, Italy Jet, one of the best in the business. Yeah, yep. He's phenomenal. So if you guys need any kind of action, he knows a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy who's got a neighbor's cousin's gardener that can hook you up. Yeah, he's that kind of guy. So he has all the connections, can get you great stuff, great prices, phenomenal. So shout out to our guy, Italy Jet, who joins us every Monday here on Boy Green Daily. So shout out to him. So we gave away an ABT jersey, a G-Dub jersey, and a package of action. So amazing. Congratulations to everybody. Gunny we'll be getting all the information and sending all that out. But again, guys, we'll be continuing to do giveaways. I think we're going to do a giveaway every day through game day here. So guys, stay tuned and check all that out. So Gunny, thanks for partnering up and doing this. So cool. The fans really got a buzz out of it. And I saw some of the followers increasing for you. Beep, boop, 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 boop.
Oh, yeah,
very nice.
I appreciate you, man. Like,
yeah.
I thought it was a great idea. You thought it was a great idea. I think it worked out for both of us. Getting more opportunities to engage with more Jets fans is always a win. We're going to have to do it again.
There's no doubt about it.
Offline. I think I have another opportunity for us to do it again in a couple of weeks.
Oh, sexy. Can't wait for that. Well, Gunny, before we get you out of here, of course, so we've had a couple of Giants guys on the last couple of days here. What was that? And we've had John Schmelk. Shout out to him. He works for the New York Giants. It was great to catch back up with him. And Ed Valentine the day before, we had him as well. Oh, we also had Leger Duzable. He squeezed in there this week. But let's get it from you, Gunny. We'll have Ty Butler on the show tomorrow, VSPN New York. That'll be great. He does a Sunday show with Brandon Jacobs, so that should be spicy coming up on Sunday. So he does that in ESPN New York. So we'll talk to Ty tomorrow. But, Gunny, before we get out of here, Jets-Giants prediction. How do you see this one playing out? What's your score prediction?
Yeah, I think the New York Jets coming out, stuttering after the bye week ends this week. I think you see a team that's more focused. It looks like from everything we're hearing, the offense understands the importance of operating in the red zone. Haven't been an issue for us this last several games. So I think we're going to go ahead and see a more focused and a more aggressive offense. I really don't see anything on their offense that scares us or should scare us defensively. I would prefer to play Daniel Jones than Tyrod Taylor, but either way, I think that our defense can go ahead and do some damage to whoever's back there in terms of getting to the quarterback. I think I like this one, man. 24-10 Jets. I think it's going to be from beginning to end. Jets will take the lead and they'll keep the lead, and you'll see this defense be able to pin their ears back and actually get after the quarterback, which we've been waiting to see for an entire game. I think we'll see that this Sunday.
I love that score prediction. I think that's fantastic. And I just have to say, I've been kind of annoyed. I'm going to be honest. So I always, whoever the Jets opponent is, I'll do it for the Chargers next week. I listen to the opponent's media because I want to kind of gather some insight. Do I hear something to watch them? So I've been watching the Giants stuff this week. And I just watched, they do this thing called the Brian Dable Show. And it's 45 minutes, so I had to skip some parts when they're talking about the Washington Commanders, crap like that. I'm like, I just want the Giants-Jets stuff, please, and thank you. But throughout the conversation, they said this multiple times. They got a whole panel of people, like 10 people that work for the Giants, media people. And they said, obviously, this is them. Obviously, the Giants are going to get off to a quick lead against this team, and then our defense is going to go crazy. And I'm like, whoa. What? I'm like, first off, you guys average 12.3 points per game. That's last in the NFL for those counting at home. And more recently, they're averaging 11.4 points per game during this Tyrod Taylor stretch. What in God's green earth are you people talking about? This assumed lead against the Jets? This garbage-ass offense against our defense? Excuse me? And so much of a lead, apparently, that Zach Wilson has to turn the cab backward and start throwing it all over the place? What in God's green earth tape or games are these people watching? Drinking a little too much of the big blue Gatorade? Okay. You didn't want to get me fired up for this game. We're overlooking the job. Oh, no more overlooking. We're about to beat your ass by multiple scores. That's what's about to happen. So that kind of ruffled some of my feathers, Gunny, as I'm watching this other media. I'm like, automatic lead. What in
It's the
God's green earth?
bravado for me. I
It
don't
is,
understand.
the arrogance.
Like you're one of the worst teams right now in the NFL. There's really nothing intriguing about your squad. Like you paid $40 million to one of the most mid quarterbacks of all time. Like you're
Yikes.
making poor decisions consistently, and we're the ones you're right. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really care about this game. I thought the Jets were gonna be able to go ahead and win it. It's the Giants. We play them once every 4 years. Being in Houston, Texas, I don't get really the back and forth in terms of the rivalry being in town. But when I heard some of the stuff I've been hearing about Jalen Hyatt's gonna go ahead and burn freaking Sauce Gardner like he did in the preseason, they're still pumping up that incomplete pass.
It was an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. They've highlighted that as a highlight for them this season, and
yeah,
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one, man.
Again, maybe that speaks to it right there. Hey, did you see that incomplete pass? What? That was our highlight. Oh, I see. Sorry. So see you Sunday. But Gunny, thank you so much for joining me here on a Friday. We'll get some more Jets Giants love for the next 2 days before that Sunday 1:00 tilt, and then we'll be back in primetime for Monday Night Football. Should be a lot of fun. Thanks again for the giveaway. The fans were going crazy here in the chat. That's amazing, and it's always great to support fellow content creators and, of course, the wonderful fans that make all this possible for us. So thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Easy day, brother. Easy day.
All right. Thanks, everybody. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:30. Take care.